And we are back. National Dance Institute is a not-for-profit organization that's actually delivering some acclaimed dance and music programs globally. The organization is celebrating the 10th anniversary of the NDI Dream Project, which is an inclusive dance program promoting excellence in the arts as well as movement. Joining me now to discuss more is the National Dance Institute's artistic director. We've got Gayner, and then pediatric physical therapist Dr. Agnes McConlogue, and I think I've got that right. And see, she's shaking. I'm doing good, right? Hey, thank y'all. You know, if this interview doesn't go well, I just need to know you made my day already. Thanks. How you doing?
Very well.
Thanks a lot.
Very well, thank you.
Thank you. Kay, I'm gonna let you start off a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Well, we are the Dream Project. We at National Dance Institute, we believe that every child on the planet deserves a high quality arts education as part of their birthright. And Dream is an extension of that. When we say all dancers, every child, we mean every child. So Agnes and I created a program called the Dream Project. Dancers realize excellence through arts and movement. And in the Dream Project, we partner children with and without disabilities in a joyful program of dance with live music, performance oriented, where the goals are to really create connections between the children, to create dance performances that are beautiful and engaging for audiences. And to kind of rack the focus of what dance can and should look like, who can participate, what is beautiful, and really to create relationships with our children.
Yeah.
So we are coming up on our first workshop of the year, and it's our 10th anniversary. We started Dream in 2014.
Dr. Agnes, let me bring you in and talk a little bit about this here, because when you talk about physical therapy, particularly for the utilization of dance, right? How important, how impactful is that in the lives of the young people that you're serving?
That's such a great question because where we started was at PS 199 on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, which was built, I don't know if anybody knows this, it was built as a barrier-free school. So it was built with the intention that children with a wide variety of disabilities could attend the school. And so we started there, and then when National Dance Institute found their beautiful home up in Harlem, we knew that we had to start a program. And so physical therapy really comes into play because we sort of explore together what the possibilities are. So I'm not sure what anybody's envisioning when they're envisioning a dance class, but we can tell you firsthand that it blows any barriers. It blows past any assumptions or judgments or anything like that. We've had children who have participated who can only use their eyebrows and drive a power wheelchair with just one finger, to children who are, as one boy describes himself, I'm that autistic kid. So we have a wide range of abilities in one room at one time, learning each other, dancing together. It is the power of the arts.
And when we talk about the power of the arts, I mean, at the same time, while it's the power of the arts, it's also empowering, right? It's empowering to those who are actually taking part. Can you share a little bit with me about that empowerment? Because when we have persons who may have, disabilities, and those who are challenged, the opportunity to actually do this and to be on the stage, that's pretty major.
So I'll start it maybe, Kay, and then I'll toss it right to you. But I just finished. I'm the poster child for It's Never Too Late because I just finished my doctorate, and the entire dissertation was on exactly that. What is it within a dance class that empowers the individual, both with and without disabilities, to sort of explore and go past what their own expectations often are? So I have to say that I think what I've learned most is that it's a reframing. It's a reframing for every single person in the room of what's possible. And so one of the parents described it as boundless participation. And that was participating at and beyond the child's what they expected they could do, and really feeling that empowerment. We had one family talk about how the way that they were treated and the way that they interacted with other individuals was now their expectation of how they should be treated beyond the walls of the studio. And to us, I know that there's nothing more important.
Yeah. And Kay, can you give us a little insight as to, when we look at this program, it's transcended through the years. And I mean, there's been some great evolution and some things that have happened. Walk us through a little bit of the timeline of how you've seen this transcend through the course of the years.
Wow. When we first started the program, NDI has always been inclusive. We've had for 48 years programs for children who are wheelchair users and programs for children who are deaf and hard of hearing. Everyone is welcome. But specifically with the DREAM project, when we started it, I think we thought that the focus would really be on serving children with a wide range of disabilities, but we would be focusing on physical goals and skills that we might develop through that. And what we have found is that the children become lifelong friends. And Aggie said before that they learn each other. And we've really learned to start choreography and movement ideas from what we see the children able to do and what we feel like they can achieve, and then translate. We call it translations. So we have a kind of unison. We'll start with one movement, and each partnership might have a slightly different version of that movement. And it creates something very, very beautiful together. So in terms of empowering and the evolution of that, I think a lot of our practice has developed to really tap into the children's creativity and to tap into what they're bringing into the room and shape and refine and amplify that to create choreography that nobody's ever seen before.
Let's talk for a moment about COVID, because I know COVID had a tremendous impact, as we know, across New York City, what those numbers look like, and the fact that so many people were forced to stay home. We're talking about movement and coming out of a situation where we were forced to stay home. And talk to me about that kind of impact, what it's been like since COVID for the both of you. And I'll start first with Dr. Agnes.
I think what it's so funny when you talk to children and families, especially those that are medically fragile. COVID was an equalizer in many ways, where the rest of the world got to sort of see where their lives have been, where their lives need to be as far as being extra cautious, particularly for children who are, as I said, medically fragile. And what we noticed was that, instantly, we went live with our Dream Live program in April. So sort of the world shut down in March, and within a month, we were offering opportunities for children and their families to move, to participate, to feel like they were still part of the community because of the outreach from children and families. And so I think one of the things that really sort of astounded us was that one of the participants actually came to us reclined in her bed. And so that was the position that she needed to be in, and she participated multiple times in our remote programming. And so, it sort of pulls back the curtain a little bit to sort of say, hey, wait, there's more. And so, the impact of COVID and where we're heading is I know Kay and I feel really strongly, and Aileen Barry, the other co-founder as well, we're not done yet. This isn't finished. 10 years is not the finish line. It's sort of the where to next. And that is going to come from the community and from the children and families.
So, Kay, what's the criteria for somebody who wants to be a part of the program?
If they have a body and they want to dance, they are welcome to join us.
That's like real simple. Like, just come on.
Come on. Yeah, come on down and join us. Yeah.
And what we talk, I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
I was just going to say one of the cool things is they come back again and again. We also thought that, children would come for one time, and we're finding the joy of the 10th anniversary is that many are coming back. And we also have participants who've been, I think we have a couple of participants who've been to every Dream workshop that we've had over the 10 years.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so for people who want to come and we'll get more information out at the end of the segment, so that way they can be able to do that. When you look at what you've been able to accomplish so far, the things that you've been able to accomplish, the lives that you've been able to impact, what comes to mind about the work that you do? And Dr. Agnes, you just talked about completing your doctorate in this particular field. It's got to give you some gas in your tank to not just to be doing it, but to also see the impact of what you're doing.
Yeah, so much so that I teach over at Stony Brook University on Long Island, and we hosted, Kay and Aileen were part of it as well. We hosted a conference called Inclusion Done Right!
Mhm.
Exclamation point. And that was from a talk that Kay, Aileen, and I gave, excuse me, for the Kennedy Center, and one of one of the topics was talking about inclusion, and I started off by asking, "Does everybody believe in inclusion?" And everybody's hand went up except for one individual who I'm sort of presuming was part of the deaf or hard of hearing community, and through the sign language interpreter, I'm paraphrasing, said yes if it's done right. And so I think when we're sort of looking at the whole big picture and lessons learned, the lessons learned are that we as a society and sort of as people who are in the community providing these programs that we love and adore and are part of our passion and our DNA, we have to ensure that we are welcoming anybody that wants to be there, and that we're welcoming them in a way that services and doesn't harm them. Um, and really does welcome them and really models what inclusion can and should be.
Yeah. Well, Kay, Dr. Agnes, got to leave it there. I want to thank you so much for being with us and continue the great work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, inclusion elevates everyone.
Hey, I believe it. You may be a believer. Listen, I want to tell our viewers, if you want more information, visit the website at nationaldance.org. And then, of course, follow them on social media at National Dance Institute. We encourage you, don't go anywhere. We'll be back more open coming up right after this.